Welcome everyone. Today on What She Said, I have joining me Tiffany Grant. How are you doing today?
Doing amazing. How are you doing?
Great, I'm doing great. And today's topic is changing life habits as well as wellness. So Tiffany, can you tell our listeners and our viewers a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely. So I am a online fitness and wellness coach. I basically help people figure out their nutritional goals, their health goals, coach them to get to those goals, and then once they're there, I help them maintain them.
Okay, awesome. Yes, she has helped me quite a few times. I'm just the type of person that sticking to it, consistency, that's not actual work, with fitness has been a battle. So I know lately the trend is, I'm going to the island, I'm getting some body work done. Or they have this image of this is what a woman should look like. How have you felt about this whole transition? It's almost like we can't have different segments of ourselves. We either really fit or we're nothing.
Right. And you know what? Like, this has been a hot topic this year because everybody is going out and getting that body work done. And teach is on, whatever makes you feel good, ladies. But for me, I feel like the work needs to come from within you first. Because if you change your outside and you're still the same on the inside, you'll never be satisfied with what you have going on. So it has to start within first. So hopefully those ladies out there had already started doing the mental work first, so that when they did get that beautiful body that they were searching for and wanting, it all tied in together. Because there's nothing worse than going and get that body and still feeling like something is missing.
Like
Yeah.
something is missing. And I even see, because I follow pretty much everyone that's inspirational, and people are embracing the body they have, and you still get these comments, and you like, I understand feedback, but when are we as even women gonna start uplifting another woman? Even if she chooses to get the work done, I still believe it's a personal choice. Me, I feel like I'm at the age where you kind of you get what you get. And
Right.
me changing it is simply because me wanting to feel different, or I want to have a different appearance, particularly like maybe what I want to wear, or if I'm going through a different phase. Now,
Mhm.
now you said a lot about taking care of your mental health or changing yourself within. What steps have you taken, or do you feel, we should take as women to change this image or get ourselves right mentally before we make these changes?
So I think it's going to depend on the person, because you have people who dig into their spirituality um, and religion and find it that way. You have others who meditate, maybe yoga, some type of something that places you in your centered zen, if you
Okay.
will. So it depends on what makes you happy. I dig into my personal development often. So I am constantly wanting to learn and wanting to grow, just to know as much as I can know. It's no really cap on that. And I'm into like everything. It's not just one sort of thing. So if I'm interested in it, I'm gonna go for it and try to learn about it. But that's what I dig into for my mentality. It's making me stronger within, and it's radiating outward into my fitness and my health.
Got it. I think confidence helps too.
Hmm.
It's a confidence builder. I always say, once you find that glow, I mean, I'm like a 90s, 80s movie fan. So once you find that glow within you, I believe it's kind of like, this is who I am. It's regardless of how I appear to others. And
Hmm.
then it kind of radiates on the outside saying, oh, this fits my personality, or I'm a blue person, or I'm a body kind person, or I like clothes that are really big and flowing, and it kind of matches the vibe you're putting out in your season. Like I said, early on, I might have been like, oh, I don't know what I want to look like, and you had options. You would look on TV and movies, and you wouldn't see a lot of Black women portrayed, but the ones you seen, you had variety.
Right.
And it wasn't just like, oh, I need this six pack, or I need this this boob job, or I gotta have a butt, because having a butt back then was like, ooh, your butt too big. It was a problem.
Yeah, right on.
So now, you telling me I have to pay for this thing that I got removed and to put it back on. So I mean, what does that look like when you are helping and coaching somebody on fitness? Because it changes. So how do you, would these women 5 years from now just say, please remove my butt because now butts aren't in?
Child, let me tell you, I'm such a bobblehead. Like, I change my appearance often. So that would be the one main reason why I wouldn't do it. Right. Because I'm literally like, okay, I don't like it anymore. Can you take it out or make it bigger or do something with that side? I don't know. But I get all types of women. I get women who already have that kind of like that video vixen shape that everybody is going for right now, naturally. And maybe they've been told by a physician or something that they may need to lose about 20 pounds or so. But because we are in this season of everybody wanting to look like this video vixen and have this boom, bang, pow, these women are like, you don't really want to lose nothing. Can you just tone me up a bit, just
right.
And I don't even know what that means, but I'm gonna try to tone them up a bit. So my thing is, I don't want to force anybody into being Miss Skinny Minnie or I don't know, unhealthy looking or whatever, just to fit like some other type of stereotype that we have come from, where everybody was already very skinny. The models, paper thin, you could see their ribs and that sort of thing. I don't want to take anybody back to that era. I want you to be your most comfortable self, your most healthy self, whatever, is recommended by your doctor. Also, what you feel inside is that you want to look like. So I don't want to say, girl, you need to lose that booty or you need to lose that weight. You're really plumpy. That's not fair to anybody. I love the way God created us all different. And he did that for a reason. And I feel like we should all remain that way. And however your different is, we should magnify it and glorify it. And I feel like everyone is beautiful.
Now I know I'm like a people watcher. And so I'm not looking at the females' bodies when they're walking by, but I look at the men, I'm saying he has the nerve to say that. And I don't know if that's bad. Please don't judge me, but I feel like they do it to us. And so I'm like, when a man tells me, oh, this is my type, I'm like, how did you come up with that based on this? Or I had several conversations where a guy might say, this is what I prefer. And I'm like, do you honestly think I appreciate what you wear every day? Because this isn't it. I just don't complain because you obviously chose it. When you woke up, you said, this looks good. And it doesn't look bad. It's just not what I think is great. So I say that to say, I never see a type or a lane. I know men have the same pressure, like, oh, I may not have a gut. But you can see men well off into their 70s play like a sex symbol in movies. And you can't see a woman rarely of that age that can get casted as like the vixen.
Right.
So, I mean, when you run into that, I'm sure even with wellness and things you study, you deal with men and women. Do men have those same insecurities? Or is it the same stereotypes when they come to men?
So insecurities, yes, they do. Most of them come to me because they feel like they lost their sexy. Like, I gotta get rid of this gut. I'm already losing my hair. Like, so
that's a big one there.
Yeah, it's a big one. So they have the insecurities. But I will say it is easier for me to coach a man than it is for me to coach a woman. Wow. I am not sure why. I haven't figured that out yet, but I can tell a man this XYZ, he's going to follow it, and it just the weight comes off. I can tell a woman follow XYZ, she follows it, And then we have road bumps. And maybe it's, like our makeup, hormone wise, that sort of thing that I need to become in tune with. It's another area of growth. Hormones. But so they get to their confidence level a lot quicker than the women do once they get started with the healthcare. And they are not afraid to, like, once they get going, let the world know what they're doing. Women are more shy and standoffish, like, yeah, girl, this is what I look like right now, but I really don't want to tell you why I did that. I don't know. I share with everyone. I'm like, share with me, sis. Tell me what's the secret. I got to know.
I think the transparency for women has been among their sister friends, but
right,
it's harder when you are in the public because you not only get critiqued by men, you get critiqued by women.
Yes.
And so I found that people may hold off because I'm growing on that area too. I faced that fear plenty of times where I'm like, I don't know if I should make a video because I don't have my makeup on, or I don't know because I'm looking like the color purple today. I don't know if I can pull this off. Would they listen to me past my appearance? And so guys, they can get on there. You just seen Will Smith post his dad body. And then we've seen many men, even from the Rick Ross shape up to now he's thin, but we've acknowledged him on stage with his shirt off and had no problems.
Right.
No one said a word. No one stopped the show. But I don't think you could get like a Cardi or a Megan up there and she has a mom gut or stretch marks on the halter top and say, well, she really killed the performance still. I don't know if it works that way. And I don't know if that's just because the standard of society or something we've embedded subconsciously. But do you feel like this should be broken, or are there steps to, having a different perspective?
I do think it should be broken. Like, prime example, Lizzo. Yes. She absolutely kills it, no matter which way you want to slice it. But because of her body size, she gets body shamed a lot. And thank God her mentality is the way that it is. Like, she's very strong on the inside, because if she wasn't, we'd see her, like, she's broken down a little bit on the internet, but we'd see that more often. Like,
we'd see her take it off completely. Like, she would not even bother performing, or that would be a shame. I've even commented on some people that I haven't seen in a while. I don't even know these celebrities, but I'm like, we really miss your energy, because I don't know who uplifts them.
Right, because they need that. They're human, like anybody else. Yep. So I agree with you, because I do that too. But it does need to be broken. I don't even know where we would start, though. Like, it seems like we've been doing this for so many years that it's like, how do we get it? How do we get the conversation going?
Yeah. And it's continuous. And I don't know if it's a gender thing. And because, we have, now we acknowledge several genders, not just, we don't really bring up male or female, but it plays a role because others are still living in those shadows. Like, those rules still apply to some, to some perspective of like, okay, this woman needs to be judged this way in the workplace. I know that's why a lot of us probably have become entrepreneurs. You just get tired of it.
Yeah.
And it's not healthy for us even changing our eating habits or our life habits, because this constantly is in our brain nagging us about it. Oh, we are female. This is how females should act. And I even know growing up that because I was a tomboy, it was like, oh, you probably don't like men. It's like, why? Because I don't want to put on a dress. Like, I should still be able to wear my slacks and my gym shoes and, and still a man find me attractive.
Right.
So that's beyond the shape of things. I haven't even touched on the size of my body yet. It was just that I didn't choose to show my body.
Right.
So does that play a factor in what I'm putting in my body as well, or my eating habits, or me changing life habits due to, you being stereotyped by what you have on, either to that complements your body or not?
So as far as eating habits and working out and that sort of thing, no, that doesn't really change much. It's that would be your comfort level on how much you want to show your results, basically. You know, some girls like the bag of your clothes versus wearing the tighter stuff. So I'm not sure once that person gets to the weight that they want to be at, if the clothes will tighten up. You know, that's something that will change with the mental portion of it, as you go through your journey. So that's why I tell people it's like a whole lifestyle change. It's mind, body, and soul. It's not just health. It's not
Right.
just body. Because once that body changes, your way of thinking will change. Even if you don't want it to, it will change. You will see things a little bit differently. So,
How
yeah.
has it changed for you though? Because you documented your journey. If you haven't followed Tiffany already, but you can follow her. And how has that changed with just that small portion of a journey? Because I'm like, you weren't huge,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, the weight you've lost have made your body more proportion, I guess, than before. So how has it changed you?
So I was really insecure, extremely insecure. Even though I did have a presence on my Instagram, Snapchat, that sort of thing, I only showed myself, if anybody can remember, from the neck up. Like I did not want to show anybody that big beer, that like I had a beer gut. Looked like I was probably 3 or 4 months pregnant, maybe. I don't even know where it came from and how I got there. I just know we got there, and I didn't like it at all. So I was really insecure with my body. So as I got started and the weight started to drop off, I still, I was struggling mentally because in my mind, I wanted more. Like I felt like I have to look like this person or I have to look like that person. So
Yeah.
I started to do the work mentally with meditation to kind of unwind some of this years of oh, you this stereotypical, you should look like this, you should look like that sort of thing. And believe it or not, just what did I do? The Rewired series. After rewiring my brain into thinking that I am enough already, that I don't have to look like this and I don't need to be this way, the insecurities went away. I got very confident. It was before even like I was fully like where I'm at now, where I'm like, oh yeah, I got to get on video and show off these workout pants and this and that. No, I got super confident. I was already showing off my gut that I keep telling people look like a pack of ramen noodles with all the zebra stripes on it. But and it was just the mental work that did it for me. And I possibly could have did the mental work before that and came out like, like Lizzo, like, I mean, screw you. This is my belly right now. But I love it. This is me. We're going to love me and we're going to keep it moving. But I encourage people. That's why I say do the mental work first, because no matter what the outside looks like, you won't get there unless you start to work on peel back some of those layers that have started to take you and crumble you up and hold you into this little ball, this little space. So you can,
spread your wings.
Yes.
So does fitness usually, can you use the 21-90 rule when it comes to fitness, where it's if you do the same thing for 21 days or be consistent with 21 days and then extend it to 90, it becomes a real habit? Like, can you apply that rule to fitness, or do you find people fall off the wagon?
You can apply that rule to fitness. It takes a lot of push for me in the beginning to keep the reminder. Like I tell people, figure out your why first. Why do you want to do this? Do you have a purpose for doing this? And make it so big that when your brain starts to play with you and tell you it ain't working, you never gonna get there.
Yeah.
It's gonna push you to those 21 days. And that's, and once I get you to 21 days, I kind of, fall back a little bit and let you take the wheels yourself. Usually people do get to those 90 days without as much push from me after the first 21 days.
Yeah, okay. So that's definitely a goal for me. So don't judge me. I've been 12 days. I've been 20 days. I've been 10 days through the course of maybe over 10 years. And I always say I'm not heavy, I guess, per se. I'm heavier than I'm used to. And so I don't try to judge my body type off of what I see on TV, because I'm shorter than most of the women probably are on TV. And I don't have the same assets that they have. So I'm like, okay, that's impossible. That may be impossible, but okay, let's be healthy for me. And I don't know where we will come to a point where women will have that confidence embedded, period. I think it starts early, as in when you're a young girl, maybe 7, maybe 8, and somebody tell you, oh, look at you, kind of chubby. And it's like, well, I'm 8.
Right. Yeah, we do that to the kids.
It's like, if I'm not an athletic person and I'm an artsy female, then it's almost impossible for me not to look this way if I'm eating what you're cooking. Like, I'm 8. I have no control over what goes in my body. And I know the mothers, we kind of like, we don't have time. We're going to feed them what they ask for. So that part I know we have to do better at. I don't know if you struggle with it, but I used to, as saying, man, I don't have time. This is what you need to eat. But I know it's possible if you have eating habits or you start them off young, it becomes, that's the palate. That's what they have to eat. They don't like anything else. They're not going to like fast food. They're not going to like not having vegetables. So how does that become a habit as well? I mean, you as mother, you're already tired as a mother. Right. How am I building this out of, it doesn't matter how many kids you have. Every mother that I've talked to is like, I don't know what to feed these kids. I'm tired.
You know what my go-to is prepping ahead. So I don't like, I'm not a whole week's worth of meal prep and this and that. But I do kind of think a couple of days ahead as far as snacks and lunches go, because I work, you know, outside of being an online fitness coach. I actually have a full-time job. So when I go to work, I got to make sure they can have lunch, they can have snacks, they got milk for cereal, that sort of thing. So I think a couple of days ahead, just to make sure I have those knickknacks around the house. But I got a few older kids that can help me, so I got help. But for my women with younger kids that don't really have the help like I do, prep it out. I mean, however many days would help you stay on track. If it's 3, if it's 5, if it's the full 7 days, prep out yours, prep out theirs. And then kids learn by example. My kids love the shakes. My kids love to eat the healthy snacks that I eat. Sometimes they steal my protein bowls. I don't want to like strangle them, but yeah, my kids are, they are learning by example. So they watch and they pay attention and they're like, I want that. And when you hear them say, I want that, start giving them that, so that, you know, everybody's on the same track. And it makes it a lot easier. I'm not cooking a meal for me and then also a meal for them. I cook a meal for us.
Yeah.
And everybody's satisfied.
So do you have one quote you live by? I know it's hard to find motivation in. We'll be like, you know, I give 0, you know, F's about it. So I mean, every day I know something. I'm like, you know what? At this moment, I feel like just Bernie Mac and people just slapping 5 people a day, and I think it'll keep the stress down.
Right.
So what keeps you going, or what motivational quote do you live by that just says, okay, this is going to get me through this right here?
I will say, don't sweat the small stuff. Yeah. And it goes with everything. It goes with internet trolls, because you know
you're gonna have them. You're gonna have them, right?
You gotta let it kind of roll off your back. So I'm just learning to differentiate what is something that needs my energy versus what is something that not right now. You don't need it. We'll just continue to let you watch, and we'll fix your thoughts that way.
I will show you better than I can teach you. Is that what she is definitely doing? So, man, I really appreciate it, Tiffany. It has been so much fun. Yes, I hope they can hold on to what you said today and make it help them grow and build and join you on this 21-day journey. So where can they find you and follow you and just keep the sister circle going?
Yes, on Instagram, you can follow me at Tiffany_Marie_official, and on Facebook at Tiffany Marie Grant.
Okay, Tiffany. Well, I
Thank
hope
you.
you enjoyed yourself as well.
I
Keep
did.
watching on What She Said. We will have more guests joining us each episode, and we really appreciate your feedback and what you said today.
Thank
Thanks a
you.
lot.
Thank you very much.